Shelters around the U.S. are dealing with a new kind of resident, the working homeless. Many have families, college degrees, and they come from all walks of life. So Daystar wanted to give back, and we joined with the organization Swappel to make it happen.
Swappel was started in Austin by our CEO, Dillon, and basically Swappel is a new website that makes buying, selling, and trading easier online.
Our vision for Swappel is to make kind of like a centralized place for local people to come and interact with others for the purpose of buying and selling things that they have and finding things that they need.
Since so many people had been posting toys and children's items, we thought we could be both a blessing to the people posting on Swappel, and we could find some other people that didn't have anything like that and be a blessing to them.
We wanted to give back to the community in some way, to just kind of get back to the roots of what Swappel was all about.
And so I was talking to my dad about it, and I was like, how awesome would it be if our family Christmas thing this year could be combining our two companies together and doing what we've always done.
We thought it was such a great idea, we absolutely wanted to be a part of it.
And that's when we found out about Arlington Life Shelter. It was a perfect match for what Swappel's trying to do. And it was their 25th year anniversary as an organization, and we thought, what a perfect time to bless them.
We contacted the shelter and contacted Janelle, and we wanted to see what were their needs. So in talking to them, I think they were a little shocked, but we really wanted to bless them and spend some time with them.
We actually get a lot of people who want to help out at the shelter, but it's not a huge, big, sort of earth-shattering deal.
So here at Daystar, we just don't do anything small. When we're in, we're in. We pulled out all the stops.
Our main goal was to be able to give personalized gifts and kind of like a goodie bag and give things that these kids would really enjoy, and something that would be good for their age, not just for any child. Something that we really put some thought into, that we could give them and make them feel like that someone cared about them and was thinking about them.
It was a really long day. Like, we had been there wrapping like 100 presents the night before. So it was really like getting in the spirit, and it was, stressful but exciting at the same time, because we were going to do this great thing.
It really just kind of set my heart on fire for going there and pushing through this hard time.
From the time that I first got to the shelter in the morning, I was pretty wiped out and exhausted. Our team had worked till about 6 in the morning the night before. I think we were all really worn out, but once we got there, we kind of started feeding off the energy of the group and the shelter, just kind of the thought of being able to help these people, and it was actually coming together and going to be a reality, was something that just kind of built our spirits up and kept us pumped up and ready to go.
All of these back here are all for the specific kids that are already in the shelter. So it actually has their name on it, and they have multiple gifts apiece. We were able to find out a lot about the kids and then go shopping for them, so we knew what to get them and find them something that they would like, so it's really cool.
We had people from data services, from credit cards, the singers, audio. I mean, everyone in the Daystar family pitched in to make this happen.
It was just such a stark contrast to what's usually going on in the shelter during the day.
One of my favorite parts was seeing all the bedding that Daystar provided.
We bought 100 bed and a bed comforters, 100 sheets. We bought new curtains. I mean, we did it big.
You didn't come in and just throw me some sheets and say, here you go, you should be grateful for this. To come in and make the bed for them and all of that, it was wonderful.
We're all just one big happy family, so I'm really glad to be a part of that. And just being able to do stuff like this is what it's all about. This is true ministry.
That's just what Jesus wants us to do, and, love God, love people, and it's just a blessing to give back to people. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world, so I know we're both so happy to be here and to be healthy now. It's just such a blessing, and I love it.
Like, the way that the place was transformed looked so different after we were done.
Well, our hope is that it made them feel that no matter how difficult their situation was, they were loved.
It made a huge difference to them because they felt valued. They felt like, wow, somebody cared.
Today, it seems to be a function of giving like it is every day here. It's amazing how many people care.
What I really love about Arlington Life Shelter is they treat these people like they're people, and they really help accommodate families. And that's one of the big reasons we wanted to redo the kids' room and the nursery, so that these families could feel like they were more at home and that they weren't going through the situation that they were going through.
So this is the nursery. It's for the itty-bitties.
There was really only one, like, really small baby that day, and seeing the mom, when she saw, like, the pack and play, she was like, oh my gosh, you know, like, really didn't, you know, expect that. And it was so different from when they had been there just before. So I think that was really cool.
The kids' room is one of the most important places in the shelter. That's where we put a lot of our focus at. And the reason why is we just wanted to have a place for the kids to call their own, and a place that would teach them and to keep them happy, so the parents could do more important things they needed to, like interviews or apply for jobs online.
We're redoing this kids' room. As you can see, we're getting all new shelving units and containers, and we're going to organize everything and make it really nice for the kids in here.
You can just see, it's so bright.
Yes.
It's so welcoming, and they need this. The way y'all were able to help get everything arranged and bring in new bright things, it makes the kids happy, of course. You know, they have all these new things to look at. But it also, everything has a place now. You need that security. You need that safety. You know, if you've been running around and you've lived at this person's house and that person's house, and you're at a new school, coming in and seeing the bear on the same shelf, it's going to be okay. And that may seem little, but for a kid, you know, it's like having the same caregiver with you.
I think one of the greatest ideas that Swappel came up with was the welcome bags.
We were told that when a lot of the kids show up, they're really scared, and it's their first night here. So we wanted to be able to give them something on their first night so that they're not so scared.
This may be the very first time that they've ever not slept in their bed since they were born. And so this is a huge deal for them. This is a huge change.
They've seen on TV the shelters, and it looks frightening when you're seeing all these mattresses and you have your 2 inches of space and everything. And so that's what children come in here thinking. And having that welcome bag is the first thing that child gets. It makes them feel special.
It's got a coloring book and crayons, toothpaste, socks, toothbrush, little games, stuff like that, so that they can have something to do on their first night.
When churches are calling and saying, how can we help? We're telling them what you all did. And it's neat for people who can't come in the shelter and help. It's like, oh, we can do that. So that's kind of a long-term gift, I think, that you all have made. It's just a process that we can adopt.
I think the biggest difference that we made, besides making it feel more like a home environment, is the library that we created for them.
We have people who are looking for jobs, so they need a comfortable, functional place to be able to go and get on the computers and print out resumes and do the basic kind of stuff that a lot of us sort of take for granted.
I'm putting together the new chairs for all the computers here. We're giving them some nice, comfortable chairs so they can use them as they look for jobs and fill out applications and everything.
We've added a cool fireplace, a lot of storage for shelves and cabinets, and upgraded a lot of the furniture. This is really going to be a home away from home for a lot of the people.
Look how beautiful this is. We did the books.
Hey, I want to sit down, warm my feet by the fire.
Yes, yes.
We have amazing programmers, and many of them are authors. So we bless them by bringing a huge collection of the best authors' books. So we went ahead and donated over 250 new books to them.
Fantastic. Here's more books from Daystar and
Oh,
Swappel.
this is wonderful. This is what I would love the whole shelter to look like, because I think they help people keep their dignity or regain their dignity. You've got to have furnishings that treat them with respect. I mean, people are going to see this and they're not going to believe it's a homeless shelter. You know, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. And the spirit, somehow, I don't know how you did this. You left the spirit in here.
Well, we're happy that you guys can use what we've given you, and we're so thankful that the spirit that you talk about is yet here and is yet doing great things in people's lives.
I wonder, I guess the pocket goes in the front. Let me see.
It was so clear with how people were giving that it was a genuine compassion for what was going on. And it wasn't just sort of a, here, let's put some Band-Aids on this and make do for now kind of thing. It was a real compassionate feel for what needed to happen at the shelter.
I gotta say, this is probably a lot more fun to do it together as a team.
It means so much to give back.
I was just talking about how I really wanted to just live the gospel and wanted to just go somewhere and volunteer. And so when this came available, I said, oh, yes, I'll definitely do it.
The purpose of all this is to let them know that God loves them, people love them, they're not alone, and, you know, just bring joy to their life.
And it's really cool because everybody here, I get to work with them every day in different capacities, but you get to work with everybody in a new way, and everybody in a new element, and seeing people outside of their edit suite or their producer role, and everybody just doing the same thing to do one common task.
How could you not want to spend your time doing this? This is an incredible opportunity that God's given us to come in here and help change people's life, to encourage them, inspire them, and let them know, hey, you've not been forgotten, but God still has a purpose and a plan for you. So it's okay. Stand up, all right? Brush it off and get ready for the next chapter of your life, because it's coming.
Even the party we had for them was, you know, catered by Carrabba's, because that's what we had at our Daystar Christmas party. We wanted to give them our very best, and that's what we did.